right. Hello and welcome back. Another round of moving through some postures, getting the body to wake up a little bit, and of course, as always, connecting to your breath. These sessions that I've been doing from Puerto Rico are always going to be short because I only have so much time on my camera video that otherwise they'll just cut out halfway through and then I get done and I don't realize it's happened, and it's a huge disappointment because it's a time, it's a time commitment, and also it just kind of takes the wind out of your sails when you do something and then realize that it wasn't recording. So at about half an hour, that's usually when my time is up, and so we'll get as much done in 30 minutes as we can. We're going to do another little short flowing sequence here, and we're going to start off in just a nice easy seated forward fold. Anything that feels good. I'm going to go legs straight because that feels good to me, but you're welcome to start in a cross-legged pose or maybe bottoms of the feet together, but the Konasana feels good to you. Just pick whatever comes to mind, and then let your back relax, let your forehead relax, take some tension out of your face. Slow the sound of your breathing down. And let it just start to remind you of maybe waves crashing or wind blowing that same just steady, even sounding breath in and out. Take 5 more. And then when you feel good, maybe you've had a little time to clear some space in your mind, to set some intentions, some dedications, whatever the case may be, and come on up. Tuck your ankles underneath you or swing your legs behind you, and then stretch yourself out into extended Utthita, child's pose, Balasana, meaning the hands come forward, the tailbone goes back, the chest, the forehead, the belly sink closer to the ground. Taking a little bow to yourself. Making a promise to work within the boundaries that feel appropriate for you today. You know your body better than anyone else, so feel free to modify. Slow down when you need to. Take a little bit of ownership of exactly what you feel. Scan through your body. Be honest about what sensations are coming kind of up to the surface, and acknowledge them. Remember that it's only in these moments of building mindfulness and awareness that we can really put that to use in our practice. So with that in mind, slowly come on up and step your knees in a little bit closer so that you find a classic tabletop pose. Let's just start with a simple warm-up. Letting the belly drop, the gaze moves up, tailbone tilts. There's that good old-fashioned cow pose. Exhale, round out through cat stretch. Pull your belly button up and in. Tuck your toes under and lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. From your down dog, a moment or two to just bend and release the knees. Pedal through the heels a few times. Give your hips and your heels a little swivel side to side. And then take it forward and shift your weight out to a plank. If plank is too much, drop the knees and just modify from there. Hold with me here for 3, 2, and 1. We'll take it all the way down to the mat on the exhale. Slowly, carefully. Use your core, use the strength of your back and your belly. Inhale, cobra stretch. This is going to bring you about halfway up, not quite as high as up dog. Exhale, release, but you do want to feel the back side of the body engage. You might even get a little squeeze to the glutes. 2, good job. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. This one, you can slide your hands back, thumbs by your bottom ribs, and then push all the way into up dog. Notice how the thighs and the knees come off the mat. Good, lift the hips, tuck the toes, back to downward facing dog. From your down dog, drop to your knees. This time you're gonna come on up to stand on the knees. Good, shoulders back. And we'll take a little side stretch here. Left arm reaches up, right hand's just gonna reach straight down your outer thigh, or maybe if you're really bendy, you can get your fingertips to the ground. Inhale, come on up and switch. Right arm overhead, lean to your left. Back to the middle, interlace your fingers behind you, pull your knuckles down, lift your gaze up, and just do a little heart opening stretch here. You don't have to go back into camel pose or a back bend, just open up, and then exhale, sit down. Hips and the heels come together. You can swing your knees closer if you'd like. Take a big bow forward, put your belly on your thighs, your forehead on the ground, lift your knuckles higher, keep stretching the shoulders. 3, 2, and 1. Release. Inhale, come on up, belly to the spine, and exhale out to all fours. Again, all the way through a couple times. Inhale, cow. Exhale, round out through cat. Tuck your toes, breathe in. Push your hips back to downward facing dog, breathe out. Forward to a high plank, inhale. Exhale, lower all the way to the ground. 3 times, we'll lift. Cobra, Bhujangasana, inhale. Again, maybe the second one, lift your hands, lift your feet, get creative. What feels best to you. 3rd time, pull it all the way through to an up dog. You can keep your knees on the ground there, but just use the knees then to help you transition so that you don't put too much pressure on your lumbar spine. From your down dog, exhale to the knees. This time, come on up to stand. Right arm will go up and over first. And back through the middle, side stretch the other way. Bring it up, hands around behind. Lock them together, open your chest. Exhale, take a seat. Swing the knees in a little bit more. As you dive down, belly and the thighs come together. Up. Rise on your inhale. All right, back out to the hands and knees. Belly drops. Inhale, cow. Exhale through cat. Tuck the toes and lift the hips back up. Downward facing dog. This time, inhale to a high plank. Listen close. Through chaturanga, halfway down. Up dog or cobra, lift your heart. Back to downward facing dog, and we're going to move on from here. Right leg up nice and high. Big breath in. Swing it through. Find a low lunge. Down onto your back knee. Anjaneyasana, arms come up. Exhale, left hand down. Right arm keeps reaching. Add a little twist. On your next exhale, both hands back to the mat. Push the hips back. Quick stretch in half splits or Ardha Hanumanasana. Flex your toes towards your nose. Dive your forehead towards your shin. Breathe right there. If you want a little more, bring your left hand across and walk both hands out along the edge of your mat and go deeper into your IT band. You're also going to get a stretch along your left rib cage. Back to the middle. Inhale, put your weight into your front foot. We're stepping to the top of the mat on the exhale. Okay. Back up just a little bit there. And forward fold. Now you're up on your feet. Reverse and rise, take it to the top. Exhale back down to the bottom. Here's another vinyasa. We'll flow through it on the other side. Half lift, step walk, hop or jump back. Up dog or cobra. And downward facing dog, left leg high. Big step through. Down onto your back knee. Arms come all the way up and over. Pull the navel tight. Exhale as you lean forward, right hand comes down. Twist further to the left side. And then release. Both hands hit the mat. Press back, stretch and flex. Dive on down. And gaze forward. Shift your weight again into your front foot. Step the feet together at the top. Half lift, Ardha Uttanasana, and exhale, fold. And reverse, rise. Take it up to the top here. Little baby back bend, maybe a bigger back bend. And exhale, fold. 2 more times each side. I'm just going to lead you through. Take the cueing to a very minimum here and let you just do what feels good to you. Come through and back. Right side begins. We start with a kick through to a low lunge. Anjane, breathe. Anything you want to do with your upper body is up to you. Then you can make a twist. You can leave it upright or reach down, your choice. Exhale, hands come to the ground. Press back. Inhale, shift forward and step. Half lift and fold. Take it up. And right back down. Are you breathing? Can you make your breath smoother and deeper than it is right now? Lama, left side. Lunges low. Then there's a twist of some kind. Hands come back down. Hamstring stretch. Weight shifts forward. Feet step together. Good. We'll go through once more. I'll throw a few more options at you. Remember, they are just that. Only options, not requirements. If you don't like these vinyasas, you can take them out and just step to down dog anytime. I'm going to go right leg up and then knee to the nose if you'd like. You can just try to make that connection first and then step through without kicking back. I'm going to take it to a high lunge. You're welcome to keep it low if you'd like. And exhale, maybe a deeper twist this time. You can keep the back knee on the ground. Remember, there's no shame in listening to what your body needs. After your twist, hands come down. Maybe you want to push your hips up and go 2 straight legs. A little bit more pyramid pose. Or you really stretchy, bendy people? If you want to sneak into the splits here, you sure can. And slow this part down for an extra 2, 3, 4, 5 breaths. If you went all the way to the splits, carefully pull your hips back first so that you release the tension on the hamstrings before you step your feet together. And we'll take it through one more time. Up to the top. Exhale down. Inhale, lengthen. And back. Left side. Try that knee to the nose connection. Then step through, high or low on the lunge. Any kind of twist you want to make on your next breath out. If this back knee is not on the mat, then the leg is straight and you're pushing through that heel. You have to stay strong in that standing side of the body there. Good. When you're ready for your release, again, pyramid pose, half splits, or take it into that full split stretch. Whatever your body is up for, just know that if you find a moment, it's like super cool to have a really loud vehicle in Puerto Rico, just so you know. I mean, it's like, must be like the coolest thing ever because everyone's car is really loud. Anyway, if it feels like you're in a good spot, you can always double check that by just making sure that you can comfortably breathe. And if the answer is no, then that's a good indication that your body could stand to back out a little bit. All right, carefully. Speaking of backing out, make sure you come out of that split position in a way that feels good, off the back knee and step together. We're at the top of the mat again. Inhale. Let's take one more full vinyasa. Exhale here, all the way up to the top. Complete sun salutation. Back and down. Gaze forward, step, hop, or jump through to a seat and extend the legs back out in front. Come forward, find your feet, your toes, anywhere along the shins, below the knees, wherever you can find, and hold for a breath here. And then inhale, roll it up. Plant your hands just behind you, point your toes, lift your hips, stretch back, open your heart. Urdhva Uttanasana, so reverse plank position. Do the best you can. And then slowly release down. As your hips hit the ground, bring your right knee to your chest. Turn to your right, hook or hug the knee, and inhale, Ardha Matsyendrasana. This is a big twist, so on your exhalation, find your rotation. Again, breathe in, and exhale, twist. 2. One more time. And 1. Now you're looking behind you here, right? So if you need to look forward to see this next part, I'm going to turn and give you just a quick visual. We're twisting and we're looking back. All we're going to do is, again, try to push through your bottom foot and just lift your hips up a little bit and stretch through your side body. It's going to feel kind of like starfish a little bit, but we've still got plenty of bend in this knee, right? We're not going to get to straight legs. We're just going to lift and stretch and set it back down. We're going to pick up the hips 5 times, okay? There's 2, push up, set it down, 3, lift again, 4, push down, 1 more time, up, and release. As you come down, take your right leg, swing it over the top. Pick up your right butt cheek and tuck this baby in. And here we are. Now you can work to pull this foot back further and go all the way into more of a Gomukhasana, which is a cow face stretch, or you can just leave things like this if it's plenty for you. All right. Sit for a moment and try to get your hip bones evened out. If you're comfortably in cow face pose and you want to lean forward, you can add to that stretch a little bit more pressure. It's entirely up to you. And those of you who are just sitting tall, close your eyes. Focus on evening out the sides of your body. And then when you're ready, if you're in a fold, you're gonna come up and join us. We're gonna twist, counter twist. So not toward the right like we normally would, but away. And just notice how much deeper of a stretch there is for your low back. From this position, still turning to the left a little bit here, we're gonna tilt the knee up and make sure that my right foot is flat on the ground. All right, I'm gonna release that bottom leg back out. So my left leg is now straight. And one more time, I'm gonna lift the hips up and then exhale, let them tap down. 5 times. Ready, set, here we go. 2, 3, 4, tap down, push up. On 5, look down at the ground. You're just going to unwind, both hands to the ground, step your feet back. You'll be facing the back of your mat now. And take your vinyasa there. Good, step hop or jump through to a seat. I'm gonna spin back around, but you can just listen to the sound of my voice. You're facing the back of the mat. You jump through, you find a seat. Good. You stretch the legs forward again. Come out to touch your toes. And you put your hands behind you on your next breath in. You sit up. You point your toes. You'll lift your hips and stretch. Purvatanasana, reverse plank. And slowly release. As you sit down on the ground, bring your left knee to your chest. Take a twist to your left. Flex your right foot, sit tall. Go deeper on each exhale. 3, 2, all right, so I'm gonna spin back around so that we're all in this part together. One more big breath out. All right, hold the twist. Left hand is planted somewhere on the ground behind you. You're just gonna push up and down. Tap the hips. Good. Up and down. 2. Lift again. 3. Push up. Sit down. 4. Put a little bit of strength work in here. Up and down. Lower completely. 5. As you face forward, pick up that left foot and cross it over. Lean to the right so your left butt cheek comes up for a moment. Tuck in your bottom leg. Sit tall there. You can pull your feet back into Gomukhasana, or you can just hold that position. Lean forward and stretch. Or sit tall and breathe. Big inhale, come on up. Readjust so that your left foot is now flat on the ground again. Left knee is up. You're going to take that counter twist. So not to the left, but to the right. I know it's confusing when we switch directions, but it's good for your brain. Then you can kick that bottom leg out straight. You're on the knife edge, the pinky edge of your right foot, and you're gonna lift and lower, tap the hips. Good, push up. Really big side body stretch there if you want. Down. 3, 2 more, 4, 1 last time. Push up. Good, while you're up here, push, 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 look down. You're just gonna pivot around. Hands to the ground, step the feet back, match them up. And here's your final vinyasa. Good. From your down dog, hop it back through to a seat. And this time, go ahead and lie right on down to your back. Give your knees a quick squeeze in. Extend your legs up in the air. Just bend and release your knees. Point and flex your feet a couple times. Maybe draw some little circles on the ceiling with your big toes.
let your legs fall open into a straddle, and if you need to assist that, you can hold anywhere out here. It feels good. You can hold along your inner thighs and kind of roll them towards you a little bit. So help with that external rotation, right, by pulling the underside of your thigh forward towards your belly. Or if you can comfortably get your feet, take your feet or your big toes and just breathe with me here. 10 big exhales. So we did a lot for the side body. If you didn't notice, lots of side stretching, all of those little planky variations to the side just help lengthen you out a little bit. This final stretch here in Supta Konasana position, this reclining open angled pose. You could, if you'd like, slide yourself up against a wall and hang out in this baby for a nice long sort of Shavasana, legs up the wall, straddle style. Otherwise, after you feel satisfied, you're gonna help your legs back together. Bring your knees in one last time. Forehead can come up. Give everything the deepest possible squeeze that you can. Hold it tight. And then release. Make your body into any comfortable shape for Shavasana. And just take a few moments to rest here. Please continue resting right there for as long as you would like, as long as you need. Continue to take good care of yourselves. I continue to thank you guys for hopping on. Whew. It's getting warm out. And moving your bodies with me, it's always appreciated. If you're appreciating these videos and you're able to make a donation, always accepted graciously. Our Venmo is Annie Hanson. That's my name, capital ANNIE, capital HANSON _Nordeast Yoga, NORDEASTYOGA. Or you can PayPal us at nordeastyoga@gmail.com. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Next session of next open spots available for our closed small group privates. These are classes that you have to be pre-registered for. It's a 12-week program. We don't take any new clients during that time. So if you're interested, the next session starts February 8th. You can email me at that same address, nordeastyoga@gmail, and let me know. I'll give you the details. See you soon. Namaste.